I remember when my life was radically altered by drawing close to poverty. And I don't say that lightly. I mean radically altered. Several years ago, we had a mission team and we went to Zambia to do some mission work. I was super excited about being there. And when we were there and we were doing some work, we went into one of the poorest areas of the capital city. And we were ministering at this church, and this church had been wiped out by a flood, and all they had was a dirt floor, no roof. The roof had been torn off, had cinder block walls, and a small sound system. But what was amazing to me was the joy that they had. They had nothing, but they had so much joy. And I thought, man, we could learn a lot from them. Everything that we have, I mean, just like this ability that we have to even communicate this way, and somehow we get bored. I don't understand. But man, they had so much joy. But I'll never forget when I was there and I was sitting in this church service, and this little boy, he's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. He walks over to me and he looks up at me. And when he looks up at me, it kind of gives me the international sign that, no language problem here, no language barrier. He just gave me that international sign of pick me up. And so I reached down and I picked up this little boy, and he was just filthy, dirty, head to toe, snot just running down his face. Face was caked with dirt. And I picked him up and I sat him on my lap. What I didn't know was that one of our team members took a picture of it. And this is a picture of that, and I keep this picture in my office because this was a moment when my life was radically altered. So when I put that little boy on my lap, he just reeked of urine. It was the stench. It was so overwhelming. But all I remember is it smelled like the sweetest perfume and fragrance to me. See, here I thought I was going to Zambia and I was just going to go on this huge mission trip. Man, I'm going to change the world. I mean, that was my mindset. That was everybody's mindset. And I had no idea that this simple little act of picking a little boy up and putting him on my lap and helping him to feel loved, that simple little act was going to be so significant, not necessarily in his life, but in my life. I think that's what it's all about. So often we're trying to figure out some big thing that I can do for Jesus. You know, I need to start some kind of big ministry. I need to go out into the world and do great things for the Lord. And I've got to do these fancy big things. And what happens is when we start thinking too big, we get paralyzed and we end up doing nothing. And I really think what we need to do is we need to be looking at doing the simple. And I think it's about all of us. Everywhere, no matter where you are, it's all of us doing the simple. Come on, turn to somebody and tell them it's about doing something simple. Tell them, do something simple. Do something simple. It's about doing the simple, and it's about all of us doing the simple acts that collectively add up to a significant impact. Imagine this, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from Core Church all over the city, other states, around the world. Imagine if this week we go out and all of us just say, I'm just going to do one simple thing. I'm in the shadows. Nobody sees what I'm doing, but I'm going to do this simple little thing. I'm going to look for the intersection. I'm going to make a difference. Imagine the impact that we could have this week alone in our world.